right, you guys. So I'm just gonna put a little quick clip in here. This is the 25th, actually, of September. But I mentioned it on my live yesterday, and I wanted to mention it on the vlog. My PO box is listed below. If my dad was accepted on an honor flight, and my dad fought in the Vietnam War, and as you guys know, he was part of both the Apollo 11 and 12 recovery team. So part of the honor flight is that they get like a mail call on the plane when they're coming back from DC. And I know that a lot of you have shared things with him, or with me, and then me with him in the comments. And if any of you want it, I'm certainly not expecting anybody to send a card, a letter, anything. I'm doing this because I don't want you to be sad that I didn't give you the opportunity if you wanted to send a card. You know what I'm saying? Since a lot of you, that have been watching for a long time feel kind of connected to my parents. And so anyway, the kicker is though that I have to have it by I have to have it in the mail by the 7th of October. So I need to have it to me by the 5th of October. So you don't have very long. So I thought I would stick it into this video instead of the next one, just so that I could let you guys know. Because we kind of found out maybe a week or so ago, and this is the first chance I've had to vlog about it. So if you're interested in writing a letter or a card or sharing a story or something with my dad for his mail call when he comes back on his honor flight, my P.O. box, again, will be listed below. I'll move it up in the description box. You don't have to search for it this time. Just send it to me, or to him, care of me, at that P.O. box. I won't read them or anything. I'll just stick them directly into the envelope that goes to him. So, just wanted to mention that, and now on with the vlog. Good afternoon, everybody. It is 1:45 Wednesday afternoon. So, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. Welcome to a new vlog. Considering, I was going to the basement. I'm like, where was I going? I'm doing pretty well, considering I've been up since 2 a.m. Eastern time, so 1 a.m. this time zone. I had a super early flight out of Toronto. I was just looking what the state is of down here. It's just nice and delightful. Here shortly, I need to move these out of the way, actually. Here shortly, they should be delivering the end table and then the table that we ordered. I'll show you guys that. But that's not why we're here, y'all. Hold on, let me put these TV trays away. All right, I'm back. All I can do is laugh at myself sometimes. So it's been an interesting day. So up early to the airport. I just wasn't sure. I'd never flown. I've flown in and out of Toronto maybe half a dozen times in the past few years. And I'd never done it this early in the morning, and I had no idea. What if there's a bajillion flights out of Toronto in the morning, and customs, and so I just didn't know. So I had to move this in front of me. I erred on the side of getting there early, because you know how I do. And I had plenty of time. I could have gotten another hour of sleep. But I think I got up at 2:30. You guys, I have to just laugh at myself. I set down the camera because my phone went off and I had to answer it. My work phone. My personal phone, I would wait for a second, but anyway. So I wait, and I handled it, and then I was standing there handling something else, and all of a sudden I looked at the camera, I was like, oh, still running. Okay then. So anyway, I landed back in Green Bay at 8:55 a.m. because I gained some time. So it was like I hadn't worked at all, and yet I'd been up for how many hours? So I'm kind of pretty much done. We were going to have a call at 2, but it sounds like it is canceled. So I am going to start working on packing up the camper before I run out of steam, because so far I'm doing pretty well. And like I said, we're waiting for the people from WGNR to show up. You guys, I'm wearing my super fun t-shirt. You probably can't tell what it says, but it says, surely not everyone was kung fu fighting. I can't help it. I find it hysterical. So, I also have a story to tell you guys. I haven't even seen Bobby yet to tell him. Got a phone call from the Popo this morning. Now, Bob brought this camper here yesterday at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Guys, it's really hot and humid for this time of year, and I do not appreciate it. It's supposed to be nice weather for camping. It's going to cool down a little bit, but this humidity has got to move out. So, we've not broken any rules. So I don't know what the deal is, but I have since found out. So let me start out with saying I didn't know what the deal was. So they called and said, there's been a complaint called in. I said, you've got to be kidding me. Now remember, I know this gal. So I said, but Haley, we just brought the camper there yesterday. Let's just sit down and have a little conversation, shall we? I said, he just got it. We have 48 hours. She's like, well, yep, you do. But if we get another, she said, I had to go up to my captain because they called it in again. And if you do it again, you'll get a citation. I said, I don't understand. If we're following the law, ordinance, whatever it's called, why? I was very confused, but because I know her, I just didn't want to give her a hard time about it and ask her 100 questions, and I also know that she's new. So I said, okay, but we just brought it, we're within 48 hours. So the more I thought about it, the more I was like, well, I need to find out what we can do. We want to be good citizens. Like, we're not those people. So I run something out to my mom and dad. It's my mom's birthday today. So I wanted to run out there with the pears, because they're going to can them because they came in and we're leaving. It's always something, I tell you. And so they're going to handle that. But anyway, so I ran those out a little bit ago, and anyway, as I was driving out there to do that, I was just thinking about this more, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop in to the city police, the office, and just say, I just want to make sure, what can we do so that we don't have this situation? Like, how do I prove to you? Because apparently the neighbor said it's been here for 3 weeks again. Well, that's just a no lie. We just brought it here last night. And, even Haley said to her captain, she said, yeah, I drove by there yesterday and it wasn't there. And that's true, it wasn't. Bob brought it last night. So anyway, I certainly understand if we are breaking the law or by all means, call in. Like, call and complain. I have no issue with that. I wish they would have come to us the first time, last time. But we talked through this, you and I. So anyway, I sat down with the captain, and we just chatted a little bit. And I had to adjust how I was sitting because I was hurting my back. He said 24 hours, and I was like, wait. I thought it was 48. I said, because if it's 24, then we're going to be breaking the ordinance again. But he even told me, technically, all we would have to do is move the camper a foot, and then the window of time starts over again. Well, we're not trying to play games here. We just want to know what, anyway. So he said, don't worry about it. It's, it's fine. We understand the situation. I told the gal, whoever it was that called in, I'm assuming it's this lady, so whoever it was that called in, thought it was that it couldn't be parked on the road at all, and that's not the case. According to what he was telling us, it was 24 hours. Well, then I got home, and he called me within like 20 minutes of getting home. He's like, I have to tell you, I was wrong. It absolutely is. Haley was right. It is 48 hours. 24 hours for cars, 48 hours for a trailer or a camper of some sort. So we're totally fine with our 48-hour window. And, and I said, okay, well, will you let the person that complained anonymously know? And he said, yes, absolutely. And I thought to myself, after I said that and hung up, I was like, how are you going to let them know if it was anonymous? So they must have been anonymous in as much as they don't want us to know who it was, because they didn't fill out a form or anything. If they filled out a full-on actual complaint that we would get a citation because of, then we would have the right to know who it was, I guess. I don't know. But the long and the short of it, I gave you the long version. I apologize, but the long and the short of it is that we didn't break any rules. Well, the popo got called on us again. All right. I just wanted to open this up and start getting some air in here so that when I'm in here in a little bit putting stuff in here, it's not horribly hot. So I'm going to go and start packing some stuff up, and I will check in with you guys probably in a little bit here. I have a lot to do in a short amount of time. But I did get the 7-layer bars made, which was one of my chores for today. Magic bars. I do have all 7 layers, so I can call them 7-layer bars. A lot of people don't put nuts in them, and then they're not technically 7-layer bars. So, sorry, that's probably windy. And I made all the ice creams last week. I'll show you those when I pack them up, the different kind of ice creams I made, but I know that I talked to you guys about it. Alright. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to make this bed. Do we all remember what happened the last time I made the camper bed? I hurt my back, and that lasted a couple of weeks. Alright, guys. It's about 4:45. No. It's not about it. It's exactly 4:48. And Bob came home and was going to go to the gym, and then he was going to go to my mom and dad's to get wood for camping, and then he was going to go to Walmart. I was like, that's silly. I can go to Walmart. So after the furniture people came and went, I went to the Walmart again for a second time today. And just come back from that, put a couple things in the camper. I can't even stand. I have little piles of stuff everywhere in my room. But by the way, I want to show you guys. Don't think I went to Canada and didn't pick up myself some cool cotton rounds, because I did. I would have bought them by the case if I thought I had the room to get them back. But I packed very lightly this trip. Alright. So I'm going to show you. I took the leaf out of the table already. You guys, I'm losing steam fast. But, so this is the table. You can kind of see the height. It's like a, it's not pub height, because I think the bar is pub height. But anyway, it's in between. And has 4 nice chairs that kind of pull in the darkness with that. It's kind of the opposite of those ones there. I'll probably get a rug. Like, what is the word? A rug. Oh, my battery's almost dead to go under there. But anyway, this pulls out into a rectangle. And we're really happy with it. Pulls very nicely. And good Thursday morning, everybody. So the camera clearly died right in the midst of me vlogging downstairs. And I came up, plugged it in, and I just haven't touched it since. So, I am, actually, I started this project, I just finished it. I ordered some new, like, sweatpants, lounge pants for Bob on Amazon. Those came in yesterday, so I washed them up last night for him, and they were just drying. What's funny is that our washer gets so much water out, which is good, I'm not complaining, that when we put things into the dryer, sometimes it senses that it's not, that there's nothing, like that they're dry already, and they're not actually dry. So I ended up just taking them out because they were mostly dry. So I ended up just taking them out and hanging them dry kind of over the chairs. What was left, they were pretty much dry already, like I said. So take those into him. I was eating a cinnamon roll that Maltby made for us. He brought them over on Monday before he left. But I ate a couple bites and I'm just not. I slept a long time last night. I went to bed at probably 8:30. I probably was asleep by 9. And I woke up at 6. So I showered up and handled some work stuff. I'm just piling these here for him so that they don't fall over. These are the colors he picked. Oh, sorry, I dropped the camera. These are the colors he picked. He's just like me. Navy blue, gray, black. This is my packing mess over there. You guys, I'm not myself. I just am a little off. I think it's been a crazy couple of weeks. So, I woke up with a headache this morning, and I suspect, because my head is still kind of full of gunk, either my contacts are cloudy or it's foggy in my house. It's not foggy in my house. I think my contacts are cloudy, which is weird because they had been in the stuff overnight forever. By the way, I cut another one of my t-shirts. This was a v-neck though, so I kind of left it like a v-neck, but just made it a little bit deeper. I just feel like it looks better on me. It's a touch more flattering. So I'm just getting out some Aleve Cold and Sinus here because this really feels more like a sinus thing. And I still had it packed in my little container. Like, what do you call that, Kristin? It's a container. I keep like my supplements when I travel in there. I keep my Aleve and you know, like that's like a little thing I keep my medicine in. It's from away. So yeah, I'm gonna just continue to work on some packing here in between some work stuff. I don't have a ton of work to do today, and I'm done around noon. So I'm going to finish that, and I'll kind of take you guys along the way. It's been raining since I don't know when. I woke up to it storming. I need to pause to get that out of the wrapper. Sadly, I think it's supposed to rain all day, so that ought to be real interesting. Setting up in the rain, that's not going to make Bob Gehm very happy. So, nor would it make anybody happy, but I'm just saying. The other thing I might do this morning is make some cookies. I saw this recipe for Kentucky butter cookies. The recipe is basically cake mix, butter, and eggs. I'm curious, more than anything. And then there's the glaze that you put over the top of it. But I'd never heard of an actual Kentucky butter cookie, so I don't know if this is like I'm assuming it's a revamped form of it because it's using a cake mix. But I thought I might try a white cake mix, by the way. This is what it looks like outside. It's just all dreary, and it's warm though. It's 67 and humid as all get out, as you can imagine. So school in session over there. You see our tree changing. It's been a weird weather year all around. So. All right, I'm gonna stop. Like I feel like I'm like, drink some more coffee, and when I come back, I'll promise I'll be perkier. All right, it's about 1:20, and this always happens. If I'm going for, it is so humid. It's not hot, but it's humid. If I'm going to forget something, it's something to sleep in. And sure enough, I looked on where I had set out I have these like really loose, sort of thin sweatpant things that I got from Nordstrom on the sale a couple years ago. Anyway, I saw them sitting there and I was like, oh, whoops. I had to open the door. Anyway, so I grabbed that, and then I also grabbed my Barefoot Dreams sweatshirt. So this I was going to show you. This is what I do. I just grabbed a bunch of things. The weather's so weird this weekend that I don't know what I'd want to wear, so I just grabbed a bunch of shirts because it's not a big deal. I'll just take them and put them back in. And then I have like bras, underwear, and socks, and tank tops in one, a couple sweatshirts in another one, and then jeans and some pants. And I had to bring one pair of like yoga pant capris. So, up here I have backup sweatshirts. And then my tennis shoes, and those are my backup sweatshirts. Because I have done it before where I'm like, you know what, Kristin, this time you're not going to pack 800 things. I don't know what the big deal is when we have all the space, but I'm like, you don't need to pack all that. And then I'll get caught in the rain, and I only brought one sweatshirt, and it's soaking wet, and I'm freezing. So I'm not doing that this time. So I'm all done in the camper. All our food is in here. I know some of you really like seeing that, so I'm going to show you. I take off my shoes when I come in case you're wondering what the pausing is here. Y'all, I gotta tell you, my back really, really hurts. And I do not appreciate it. I would put those steps up. I'm just not sure if Bob's all ready to go or not. So, all right. Ooh, get out of my shoes. So I have all of our food. I'll show you the refrigerator first this time. This just cracks me up. I cannot remember what recipe or dip or something I needed Velveeta for, and I had a huge container of it. So I threw it in there because you can see I've got hot dogs here. One night we decided to do like a hot dog bar where we have like chili and Velveeta and shred cheese. That's what I bought that for. Well, she'll have that. It'll be fine. Anyway, onions, and of course ketchup, mustard, relish, that sort of thing too. But yeah, we thought that would be fun for the kids to have what they want on it, and you know. Anyway, so that's what the Velveeta's for. And then the next day we'll take the leftover chili and Velveeta, and I brought tortilla chips, and we will make chili cheese dip. So I have all kinds of prepped vegetables in here. This is the cheese because we're having ham and cheese pudgies one night. I'll sit down here. We're having ham and cheese pudgies one night. Where is the ham? Oh, it's right here. And then Philly cheesesteak. Those are the other ones, and she's handling that. Got some bacon there, some salsa, some dip for the vegetables, some balance breaks, magic bars. Those are Angie's husband Keith, his favorite. And her whole family likes them as well. So I made a batch, and then I'll always let them take it, you know, take what's left with them. And then eggs under there. There's bacon there. And then in here, different kinds of butter. I have the spray butter that we find works best for pudgy pies. Spreadable butter and stick butter. You just never know. Homemade jam. Some nut pods for Bob, which it's fine, but I don't love it. I don't think it's amazing. A couple of sodas in here. I have to actually, let me move this down here. I need to leave space for Bob to put. He goes, well, we're talking. I said, do you want to put the drinks out in the refrigerator outside right away? And he said, no, I don't want to do that. You know, here, I'll move one of these down because they're skinny. He said, no, I don't want to do that because it'll be shaking around and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I suppose that's true. So he's going to put one. Where can I put this? I'll just put it in here and hope for the best. So he said, I said, well, you could put one in the fridge inside, so it's a beer, because he likes to have a beer while he's setting up. I feel like I just told you a half-hearted story. Sorry. Let's just move on. It doesn't matter. And then in here, those are the nice, Kristin. Those are the personalized ice creams. So I'm a little distraught though, because which one is Ella's? I'm really worried. So this is Grace's and Keith's. They have the same things in them. That's these two here. And those, they wanted Snickers, Butterfingers, cookie dough, and peanut M&Ms. So they have all that. That's what these two are right here. And then mine and Preston's are cookie dough. Nope, cookies and cream. He wanted gummy worms in his as well, but I didn't think frozen gummy worms was a good idea. Ange wanted cake, like the birthday cake one, and that's this. I ran out of Funfetti Jimmy's, so she got, like, I don't know, Valentine's Day ones. This is Bob. He just wanted Butterfinger. And then this is Ella's. I'm really sad because I didn't know how to make all the things stay up in the ice cream. So she wanted chocolate chips, maraschino cherries, and coconut. And you can see how they all, like, settled. So I'm just really sad. I hope she's not disappointed. But anyway, I mean, I don't know. What can I do now? There's nothing I can do. It'll be fine. I just wanted it to be perfect. So you guys know how I am. I'm a perfectionist. I can't help it. Oh, great. It started raining again. It's been raining all day. Oh, here you guys can see the top of the tree changing. See? It's very pretty when it starts to change. I'll try to remember to show you. I don't think I showed you guys that at all because it's kind of in that back corner of the house. Alright, so I'm going to stop this and stick it in my pocket before I go into... oh, I know. I was going to show you guys the other stuff. So in here, I have the mini crock pot for the dip back there. You can see that. Syrup and peanut butter. Syrup for the French toast I'm going to make. Waffle cones for the ice cream in case anybody wants that. And Cheerios just for us to have Sunday morning as a quick breakfast. I have all the buns for the hot dogs here. Bread for pudgy pies. And then here's the other one. This is what I bought to make. I don't know why it was on sale, but whatever. It's cinnamon bread, so I'm going to make our French toast out of that. And then this is, oh, sugar. I forgot to get Bob his juice. Oh, well, he'll live. This is cinnamon bread. It's like a dessert sort of bread. It's for him to have his pastry with his coffee in the morning. Cracks me up. By the way, we have tried everything under the sun. I think I told you guys that about seasoning our cast iron pan, and I just don't think we can keep it in the camper. I think it's just too humid. We're gonna have to take it out every time. So I actually think what I'm going to do is bring it in from camping if we camp in October, if we're able to find a spot while we're up there this weekend for us to camp in October. I'm going to bring it inside, and I'm just going to use it all winter long in the house. I just haven't done that in the past. I love cooking with cast iron. I just haven't done it in the past. But I thought I might do that and see if that really gets it good and seasoned. And then see what happens with us putting it in the camper for the summer. I don't know. At any rate, you guys have all given me lots of tips in the past and I appreciate it. So I'm going to see what I can do. And then in here, why wouldn't we have 400 bags of chips? There's a bag of Dots pretzels back there because that's a necessity. Onion garlic chips from the Delicious brand, also a necessity for Bob. Funyuns, also a necessity for Bob. Can't camp without those two things, and I like the pretzels. The Tostitos, like I said, we brought those along with some salsa and then the Velveeta and chili cheese to have that on Saturday. And then, I don't know why we have these, but we do, so I threw them in. And then I also have the gummy worms for Preston in here because he wants his ice cream. And then the rest of the M&Ms in case anybody wants those. And then these are some Halvesies cookies that are open, and I just thought I would throw those in. So that's what we're bringing this weekend for food. So we are doing Philly cheesesteak and ham and cheese, pudgy pies one night. We're doing the hot dogs one night. For breakfast, one day, Bob and I are doing, I think tomorrow, we're doing French toast and bacon. And then on Saturday, I'll cut up whatever's left of the bacon, and we're going to have, that's why I need that cheese. Seriously. We're going to have eggs, like cheesy eggs with some bacon cut up in it, and then just like toast or whatever on Saturday. So those are the meals that we plan. We never plan lunches. I always throw in peanut butter and jam. We hardly ever use it. He'll probably use jam on toast the day that we have the eggs. But I bring it just in case. But we're usually out and about and doing things, and we're going to be in Door County, which means we're going to end up snacking on things. I was looking at, you want to know what I was just looking at? Do you see on the top of my house here how it looks like the shingles on the peak stop? Like a foot from the end. But it also looks like it does that in the corner over there. So maybe that's normal? I don't know. Okie dokie then. I mean, random information. Alright, I'm going to go and I'll check in with you guys probably from the road once we get past the spot where it's really bumpy. Good Friday morning to everybody. I just thought I would do a quick check-in. We are here and obviously packed in the camper. And Bob just cooked up, it's 10 o'clock. Bob just cooked up the bacon and I am making French toast with this cinnamon bread. I think I showed you guys that earlier. And we're going to go out and sit by the fire. It's been raining pretty much since we got up here. It's actually stopped overnight, but wasn't like windy and it's still kind of humid. So I was able to get a fire started, but we'll see. It's not the best fire I've ever started. Let's be real. So anyway, I'm just cooking these up, and then we're going to sit by the fire. And our friends, they already had their breakfast. They had some pancakes and sausage, I think. And yeah, then we're going to kind of get about our day. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to end up doing today, but I thought I would at least make sure I did a quick check into woods where we always come, and the kids are on these tractors. How funny they are. There we go. See, there are three. It was just meant to be. I may or may not have suggested it.
I see. I was like, what is Kristin taking a picture of? And then I'm like, oh, brother.
I told Preston, I said you should have like a 5, or I said you guys should race. You guys, yeah, we should have a 5-lap showdown.
Thank you. Your knees are going to end up in your ears, there, big guy.
Oh boy. It was a beautiful day, by the way.
To that,
I know, right? Your legs are too long. Here he comes. Is it turn number 2?
You got lap track.
Coming into turn number 2. You need the yellow and blue flag.
Very good.
Yay me.
He doesn't need that.
Right. Good job. So it's Saturday morning. It's about 10:20, and Preston and I wanted to mini golf the last time we were here, and that did not happen. I don't know why. It just didn't. We don't know why. But anyway, so we've decided that we came down to mini golf this time, and there's nobody here to give us stuff. So instead, he's leading us through walking the course.
Well, there was no one in the...
So, no, they were there, but she just pointed out and said, yeah, she's setting it up.
They're over there. You can have fun.
So, anyhow. So we're just walking the course now. Here we go. Ready to go.
The putters